Hey everybody, Katrina here with Gal Gone Camping, and I am on a little weekend adventure here, you guys. That's centered around a songwriters workshop weekend deal here in Hyman, Kentucky, up in the mountains. So anyway, I'm going to be doing a few video clips from this and showing you where I'm staying, doing some boondocking and such. So anyway, if you want to see more about that, come on back. See you later. Hey everybody, I am so excited. I am on a little escapade here. I'm in Hyman, Kentucky in Knott County, which I'm at a little event here. It's a big songwriters weekend workshop deal. I'm so excited about this. So I just got here a little bit ago, and I'm able to do some boondocking here, but come find it out, they do have, of course they was booked up for this because they got another big a writing weekend, a literary thing coming up all next week where they have their rooms rented out. But I inquired about some boondocking, and because I am registered here for this weekend event, I am able to do that. And I'm here in front of a beautiful, beautiful old building called the Furman House. And so they give you a code and everything. And if you are, you can actually reserve a bed in there. It's kind of like a hostel type thing. Super cool and absolutely beautiful. I took pictures. You can go to my Facebook page, Gal Gone Camping Facebook page, and see a photo dump there. So anyway, I've got the mini app parked out here. Right now I'm just checking things out and fixing to go register for the event. So anyway, I know where my digs are tonight. I'll be overnighting in the mini-ette in my minivan, of course, micro camper. But I'm here on this lot, this quiet lot here in front of this beautiful building. And so it's safe and secure, and super excited about this. Looking forward to it, but can go in there and use their facilities, whatever need. They even got washer and dryer and bathrooms and air conditioning and all that. So place for make coffee or whatever. Of course, I got pretty much everything I need in the van anyway, but super nice folks. And I'm so excited about this. So it's supposed to be some big names here for this event, songwriters, well-known songwriters, and so I know I'm going to learn a lot and hopefully make some connections. So I'm super excited about that. Anyway, I'll be coming to you all later, so stay tuned. Well, hey you guys, man, it is dark. I'm telling you, I was going to try to get some shots around here of this Hyman Settlement School grounds, the campus here. It's a really historic area. They got some historic buildings, and it's a wonderful, wonderful place. I've been by here many times, but I've never visited the grounds. And so I hope to do that tomorrow and talk a little bit more about the school itself. They teach a lot of traditional things here. It's a very cultural-oriented atmosphere with music and art and that kind of thing. Fantastic. But what I've learned today and the music that I've heard and the talent that I have witnessed, I mean, it's just been phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And I mean, I've heard some of the best music today out of these local songwriters that all have gathered here just to kind of hone their craft and share, you know, with others and learn from each other and from the leaders, from the songwriter leaders, and my goodness, and some of the artists. It's just been incredible. It's absolutely been incredible. So anyway, it's 9:30. I'm wore out. I'm tired, but so all of the we had all the workshops are over. We had dinner, and we had a fantastic concert by Miss Dale Ann Bradley, who is a award-winning singer-songwriter, bluegrass artist, but she does a lot of other things too. She is phenomenal. Such a sweet, sweet person. My goodness. So anyway, now we are going to what they call the gathering place. Really cute little building here. I'm going to turn this around if I can. And this is just where everybody's going to get together and play some music and just kind of hang out for a little while. It's going to be a very little while for me because I'm going to make it back down to the mini there and park up in my little space down there I showed y'all earlier. Get leveled up and everything. And I'm going to go to bed. Everything starts back up again with breakfast at 9 o'clock in the morning. So, well, good morning, you guys. So, this is probably one of the hottest times due to the humidity that I've overnighted in. But I made it okay because I had 2 fans going. Over here is one. It's plugged in directly to the EcoMax 600. Over here, my power station, with a regular 110 cord. And then over here, I've got a USB fan. It's the kind that doesn't recharge, but it plugs directly into to a USB port. So I've got it going into the USB port there on the EcoFlow. So this was my setup last night. You guys, I haven't been out since April. I'm going to flip this back around. This is a mess in here. I had to straighten it back up a little bit to even come on this little venture. Yeah, so I haven't been on a trip since April. And I had started, before it got so hot with this spell, I had started, well, I took everything out in here. Or I didn't take everything out, but I took, just kind of dismantled it a little bit because I was going to do some upgrades to my bed and to the little kitchen, my little kitchen area. But, so everything was just basically on the floor. And it just got so hot that I didn't, you know, it was just too hot to work on it. And, but when I knew I was going to come on this little gig here, then I'm like, I've got to at least straighten this back up halfway. So I put my table back in that I was using as my kitchen counter, and just straightened everything up. It didn't take long, but I'm definitely wanting to make a few little tweaks. So I'll get to that later. But I don't have a, you know, at my base camp, I don't have a carport or garage. So, you know, when it gets so hot, you just can't hardly stand to work on anything like that. But anyway, so made it good with these fans on the EcoFlow. And I went to bed probably about 11 o'clock. Actually, I had those fans going before that. So I'd say 10, maybe 10:30. I had the fans going. And it worked great. It was a little bit hotter than usual because, and I've got my wing windows. If you can see this, I got my wing windows in the back, both sides of those open. So I had some little ventilation like that. But the problem is with this, you know, humidity that we've been having here where I'm at, there's not really much air stirring. It's just really still hot air. But it did fine. It did fine. And where I'm parked up at, you can see this. So I'm right in front of that big old building, that beautiful big old historic building I was telling you about. And over on the right side, or left side over here, they've got, this is like some of their equipment trucks and stuff like here. So I'm parked in between like a box truck type vehicle. And then on this side is a school bus. You see that school bus, one of those little mini school buses, and I'm right in between. It's like I'm tucked right in between. I love that. I feel completely, and it's just completely, you know, everything's level and it's completely out of the way. Safe place to be. Excellent. This was an excellent little opportunity. I'm so glad that I come. So glad that I took it. I wasn't for sure because the way they had it set up. They have a big event going on starting, well, I think people will start coming in today for it. It's kind of overlap a little bit, but it's a big literary writers week. Wish I could have went to that too. One of these days, you guys, one of these days. But anyway, so the dorm rooms in the school were actually already reserved for that. And being that this was just a weekend deal, they had actually, you know, a listing of hotels and campgrounds and all that in the area. Oh, speaking of campgrounds, so in this same area, just not far away, probably 20 minutes from here maybe, there is, and I did a video on that a while back, it's called Mine, M-I-N-E, Adventure, Mine Adventure and it's a big campground, but it's primarily ATV trails. So it's where they had reclaimed a strip mine, coal mine, and put it to use, in another capacity. And so they have all kinds of trails there. So that's a pretty big deal. I've never stayed there, but I did do an interview with that girl, that owner of the campground there, and the whole deal. And gosh, I did. It's on. I put it. That's been 2 years ago, I guess. And the wind was it was going crazy because it's on top of that mountain, and there's no trees, not a lot of trees, And so yeah, I think it's called Blown Away. So you sift back through through my videos, you'll find that. But anyway, that was an option to stay at. But it's still, because, and the reason I didn't want to get back, and I mean, I would have stayed at a hotel, but I didn't want to get back. That was probably about another 15 minutes away from where this location is. And I just didn't want to get back out on the road that late at night, because the last thing we did last night was that concert, which was fantastic. Dale and Bradley, you guys, look her up on YouTube or whatever. She's such a fantastic singer and so heartfelt. Her songs, I just love her. Such a sweet person. But anyway, that was over at about 9 o'clock. And time we got out there, then I was talking to somebody. We was able to get some from some of the songwriting coaches and stuff. We were able to get some feedback on the songs that we performed. So I talked to him for a while, and then the last clip you saw there was I was walking to the little gathering place. So some people sat around and played some music, jammed a little bit, and we had some snacks and just sat there and hung out a while. I didn't stay very long because I really wanted to get back here and get set up for bed. So, but anyway, the point is, by the time that was all over, I didn't want to get back on the road and travel somewhere to a hotel. It was a 15 or 20 minutes, about 15, 20 minutes away. And more importantly than that, I'm not going to pay $150 to stay for less than 12 hours. I mean, or maybe 12 hours. To me, that's absolutely absurd. And so this was a perfect little setup. I mean, I'm so glad that they, that they provided this opportunity, and just such a great little place. So hopefully, I'm going to get out here and get cleaned up and get some clothes on. And breakfast is at 9 o'clock. It's right now just a little over 7. And I am going to try to take some pictures of the grounds there, of some of the historic buildings and all this, and kind of tell you more maybe about the background of the Hyman Settlement School. This is in Hindman, 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 Kentucky, in Knott County. It's just off Route 80, a little ways, Highway Route 80. So anyway, I'm going to check that out and hopefully bring you some pictures or something. And that's about it for now. So day 2 of this awesome event. I'm so excited. It's been tremendous so far. I mean, I was 15 minutes into it, and I'm like, this is incredible. So super excited about that. Anyway, I will talk to you all a little bit later on. Stay tuned. Okay, you guys, I look a little bit better than I did a while ago. Maybe smell a little bit better. So, I'm back here at the main center to get ready to have breakfast in a little bit. And I just want to take a little spin down through here and see if I can take some video clips of the historic grounds. Walking by right now the little place where we had a little gathering last night, a little jam session. I'm going to turn this around. Okay, you guys, so I am over here, back over at the Mullen Center, where the Great Hall is, they call it, and that is where all of the activities are taking place. And this is a little bridge, a little footbridge that goes over what they call Troublesome Creek. Which is right here. Very pretty. And they say this is a historical, on the paperwork it said historical bridge, so I'm assuming it's probably this ironwork part It's probably come from another, you know, the original bridge or whatever, and they've refloored it more than likely. But over here's a historic cabin. It's called Uncle Saul's Cabin and Museum. You can apparently get in there. I don't think it's open right now, but isn't that cool? I mean, I could totally live in it. Could totally live in it. So yeah, Troublesome Creek, which I love that name, but in a way, and you know, the problem is this area has had some tremendous flooding recently, and further back, you know, a couple years ago. It is prone to flooding. These flash floods can be so deadly and along these creeks and low-lying streams, you know. Wow, look over there at that. Oh, sorry, how are you? Oh, you're good.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, you're fine, thanks. Over there at that stonework, isn't that cool? I love that. So yeah, some really bad flooding, but you know, that also brings me to what everybody's heard by now is the tremendous, horrible Texas flooding. You all, that has been so bad, so bad. And let's just all remember, keep praying, keep our thoughts and prayers with those people. They're gonna have a hard time recuperating from that, for sure. Anyway, here's the administrative offices for the school. Yeah, here's the side view of that cabin. Uncle Saul's Cabin and Museum. And here's the gathering place that we were last night. Main, can't read that. Main something gathering place. So back up here to the main hall. All right, so getting ready to go in and have some grub, you guys, and then get started on round 2 of this fantastic Songwriters Weekend. Appalachian Songwriters Weekend is what it's called. Well, I am headed home, y'all. What a weekend this has been. I ditched out a little bit early. I'm gonna get back home to my fur babies. Anyway, got wrapped up with the last coaching session. They had some one-on-one songwriting sessions, so that was really, really interesting. I really enjoyed that. Got a lot of good feedback on my songs. And I didn't stay for supper though. Supper's the next thing they were having, so I did stay a little bit early on that. But I'll tell you what, the food they had while I was there was fantastic. I believe I've eaten some of the best onion rings I've ever had. Anyway, Hindman Settlement School. So they are a school here in Central Appalachia in Hindman, Kentucky, and they provide different programs, education programs, and opportunities for people in this area, and specifically like in literary, access to traditional arts, foodways. They have a program that addresses dyslexia. So they have a lot of different things, and very, very interesting and super nice folks. And then they hold these different workshops that are associated with some of these cultural things that we have in our area that, well, not just in our area, but for everything, you know, with the writing. So they had this big Appalachian Writers Weekend that's coming up, a whole week. So some of those folks have started coming in today. I think they started coming in last night, because there was a couple ladies I met, one from Louisville. A couple of them were staying in that Furman house that I boondocked in front of. Yeah, got me a little boondocking trip in, you guys. So that's so cool. So this has been fantastic. This is the first year that they've had this Appalachian Songwriters Weekend, and I'm telling you right now, from the response that everybody that attended, I believe that it's going to be a yearly thing. I certainly hope so. Fantastic. So anyway, success. Boondocking trip was a success. I'm gonna work on my little upgrades to the van here that I'm wanting to do. If it ever cools down, I just can't do that in this heat. And I have never really been bothered by the heat. I really have not. It's wintertime that does me in, but the heat never has really bothered me. But this year, the humidity has been different. I mean, I don't know. People can say what they want to, whether they believe global warming or whatever or not. Something is different this year because I think it's off the hook. I've had a real issue with it for the last little bit, and I never did before. I don't understand that because it's so much worse than it ever has been, so it's really strange. Anyway, good trip, you guys. I really enjoyed this. I'm glad I needed a little venture out. I really did, and I'm so excited about what all I learned, and got to do something a little different. So fantastic. All right, y'all, what's coming up? I hope y'all are staying safe in the heat wave that's going on across the country and the flooding. I want to say, I don't know if I got it in that last clip or not, because I was trying to get a clip on while I was on that bridge, showing you all around the grounds of the school. And I don't know if I mentioned the flooding or not. I just want to keep, let's keep praying for the people in Texas with this horrendous flooding. It's just unbelievable. Can't quit thinking about them. And just like when it happened in North Carolina, it was horrible. But stay safe wherever you are. This crazy weather and these pop-up storms and flash flooding, and so dangerous. And the heat, so just be safe, take precautions, and enjoy the rest of the summer. I don't have anything major coming up, any major trips in the next little bit. Maybe maybe something toward the end of August or something, I don't know. But I got some more product reviews coming up and things like that. So stay tuned. Always doing something here on Gal Gone Camping. So anyway,